I arrived early because it's easier to be early than to be noticed. The bleachers were already filling, pressed uniforms, stiff smiles, flags hung with mathematical precision. My sister's name was printed in the program in bold, capital letters. Mine appeared nowhere, which felt appropriate. My parents were there before me. My mother adjusting the crease in my father's jacket like she was smoothing a problem she couldn't solve. They greeted me politely. Not warmly. Politely is what you use with people whose stories you've already settled. Glad you could make it, my mother said. The way someone thanks a distant cousin for attending a funeral. I nodded. Took a seat 2 rows behind them. I didn't want to disrupt the image they had constructed for the people around them. The proud military family with 1 successful child. And 1 lesson. The story had been told so many times it had hardened into fact. I had dropped out. I had drifted. I had wasted potential. None of it was completely false. None of it was completely true. But repetition has a way of sanding down nuance until all that's left is a shape everyone recognizes. I watched my sister stand with her unit. Back straight, jaw set. She looked steady. Earned. I felt proud of her a way that didn't need witnesses. Applause rose and fell in controlled waves. Commands echoed. Boots struck pavement in unison. The ceremony unfolded with mechanical grace. I let it wash over me, keeping my hands folded, my expression neutral. There is a skill in looking unremarkable when you've learned that remarkable only invites correction. My father never turned around. I didn't expect him to. For years, eye contact between us had been transactional, used only when necessary. I thought about leaving early. Slipping out before the informal mingling began. Before introductions that would require explanation. But I stayed, not out of hope, out of stubbornness maybe. Or because I was tired of shaping my movements around other people's discomfort. After the final salute, the drill sergeant stepped forward to speak. He was not a loud man. He didn't need to be. Authority clung to him the way gravity clings to mass. He congratulated the unit, spoke briefly about discipline, about service. Standard remarks, delivered with sincerity. Then his eyes moved, slowly, deliberately across the audience. They stopped on me, not lingered. Stopped. As if something had clicked into place. He frowned slightly, not in suspicion but in recalculation. Took 1 step down from the platform. Then another. I felt it before anyone else noticed. The subtle shift. The air changing density. He looked directly at me. No hesitation. Wait, he said, voice carrying without effort. He said my name. Correctly. A few heads turned. My mother turned first, confused, scanning for who he could possibly be addressing. When her eyes landed on me, they stalled. Like a thought that refused to complete itself. The drill sergeant took another step closer. You're the one who led the logistics redesign during the flood response last year, aren't you? Silence fell, not dramatically, but completely. Conversations nearby stopped mid-sentence. Even the flags seemed to still. I stood, not quickly, not slowly. Just stood. Yes, sir, I said. My voice sounded like my own. He nodded once, satisfied. I thought so. I read your report during our emergency coordination briefing. Clean work. Saved us time we didn't have. He turned slightly, addressing the people around him now. This is the person who made sure 3 units got supplies when the roads were gone. We use that model now. No smile. No flourish. Just a statement entered into the record. My father's mouth opened. Closed. He looked at me like he was trying to remember a word he hadn't used in years. The drill sergeant gave me a brief, professional nod and returned to the platform. The ceremony resumed, but it didn't pick up where it left off. Something had shifted. And everyone felt it. People began to glance at me, not with curiosity, but with reassessment. That particular kind of attention that comes when a label no longer fits. My mother didn't turn around again. She sat very still. Afterward, during the milling chaos of congratulations and photographs, no one rushed toward me. There was no sudden embrace, no apology. That would have required admitting the old story was wrong. Instead, there was space. My sister found me near the edge of the crowd. She looked at me differently, not surprised exactly, but thoughtful. Why didn't you ever say anything? She asked quietly. I shrugged. You never asked. She nodded. Accepting that without defensiveness. We stood together, watching our parents speak in hushed tones with someone they clearly wanted to impress. My father approached eventually. Stopped a few feet away, as if unsure of the distance. I didn't know. He said. I know. I replied, that was all. We took a photo together, awkward, polite. He stood a little straighter than usual. My mother smiled, the kind smile you use when recalculating your memory in real time. When I left, no one asked me to stay longer. No one needed to. The moment had done its work. Driving away, I didn't feel victorious. There was no surge of vindication, no urge to replay the scene. Just a steady, unfamiliar calm. They might never fully revise the story they tell about me. Families rarely do. But something irreversible had occurred, an external record now existed. Independent of their version. I had not reclaimed my identity by arguing for it. It had simply been recognized. And that, it turned out, was enough.